And we're back with some more Rimworld. And it's time to kill a war queen. So we're just going to wait around this corner here, and then when they come around the corner, we shoot them. And we will have to, of course, draw their attention. But that should be fairly handy. Alright, they're starting up. You guys going to come this way? Why would you go that way? That's a silly idea. Now, let's just berserk one of them. That should slow them down. Perfect. Get over here. Fine, fine. We'll go this direction if you won't. Now, since this is a pretty nasty fight in the middle of nowhere, Kagarian, let's just use everything we got. Guys, yo. Like, the sheer quantity of firepower they're able to unleash with those guns is kind of incredible. I really do love the new weapons they've introduced. We need that power-focused chip, and we'll scrap the War Queen, but everything else, we don't care about. Thing is, all the rest of them, they just turn into steel instead of plasteel, and the War Queen, though, will give us a little bit of plasteel when we grind her up. Oh, I feel like I should mention, this place just has the worst chairs. There's nothing but normal, and poor. Not a single good chair in the entire place. This place is a kip. Anyway, we're in a bit of a weird situation right now. We have no active grab ship quests. We've done all of them, and it's not giving us any more just yet. There seems to be a timer. I don't know how many days before the next one will come up. As well as that, the quest for Anita's answer is also paused as well. We're waiting for another quest in that to show up. So, in the meantime, there are a couple of quests that have shown up that we would be interested in, namely Crypto Sleep Mercenaries. This was discovered by External when reading The Secrets of Ghoul. So they found this one, which has a unique Masterwork weapon. Then there is also the Ancient Warriors, which some discovered while reading another book about something. Every time we're flying around the place buying stuff, we look for maps, and if we find maps, we buy them because they lead to missions. So the company is led by Ram, who possesses a unique legendary weapon. So I think we go grab those two weapons and see if any of them are any good. Though before we go, we might strip mine out all of the resources on this map. There's a bunch of components, some jade, uranium. We're basically taking it all. Colonist needs rescue? Oh, what happened to you? Oh, malnutrition? Combined with hypothermia? Why are you out on a... I don't get it. You know what? Doesn't matter. So long as we're getting the genes out of you, we don't care. Also, we'll be sending over Bomber in a minute. We're also going to send over some toques. I was doing some research to make sure that our unpaid interns don't die to the cold in here. It's really hard to give them good gear when the standard gear their get is just not very insulating. So what we're going to do is send them over some toques. They can put those on, or beanies, depending on what part of the world you're from, and that should hopefully stop any of them from freezing to death. Timbronia started a social fight with Expendable. What? Okay, what you say this time? Expendable compared Timbronia's ant to a mongoose. This drove Timbronia into a rage and she began a fight. Those are big words, Expendable. You should probably be really careful. Vex? Not going to need to use the hammer for this one, but yeah, who am I kidding? You probably think... Never mind. I'm just saying, don't get between married couples. It seems like a bad idea. You can go over there. Actually, I think we're going to put Sister Vex down for a dirt nap. Her deathrest meter is maxing out. In that case, we might want to install that last grav core. It's just this thing draws a lot of power. When Sister Vex goes down for a dirt nap, it usually redlines our power grid for a little bit. Digging a compacted machinery. God, there's so much. Nope. You know what? Nope. We're going to do it now. It's just, if you put these things and you forget about them, next thing you know, you're borderline it. We want to make sure that we can pull him out of death rest if we desperately need them for a fight. And if anything attacks us right now, we're on full cooldown and we can launch and leave if anything unstoppable shows up. And plus, it gives us 2 or 3 days for more quests to generate. I completely forgot to analyze the power focus chip. This is the one we got from that War Queen that showed up. Those things are a doddle. They generate some little munchkins that come after you, but they're really not that dangerous. But once we kill that, analyze the chip, we can now research high mech tech. This is interesting, though, because it gives us access to producing Diabloses. I like those. They're good units. It also gives you access to Lancers, which are pretty cost-efficient killers. Like, there's a lot of good stuff under this level of tech, but we're still going to go up to Ultra Mech Tech the moment we get the chance. So, battery power is going down. It's just, this whole deathrest setup is a little bit intense. I probably should not be using hemogen amplifiers. I don't think they're worth the cost. If you've got a normal base and you've got lots of power, fine. But on a flying base where power is a little bit more limited, we need about a couple of more grav cores and we wouldn't have to worry about this nearly so much. Sister Vex has now finished their death rest. We are going to wake them up and let them get immediately around to meditating. We wanted them to fill back up their psi focus because we've detected a grav core. And that is on an orbital platform, and it is in range. It's slightly over here, so we should be able to, yeah, we'll be able to jump to it in one jump and grab that grav core really quickly. I mean, just a slight detour for now. Sister Vex is just about psi-focused up, and we've got some drifters begging for alms. And by that I mean, they basically want 39 medicine. I'm kind of okay with that. Actually, do any of you have any gene packs we would like? Oh, they do have a genie in their group, but we've already got 3 of those, and we're gene ripping them day and night. Eventually, we'll get the ones we're looking for. We've actually got Dead Cam already, so I'm not sure there's anything we need from the genies anymore. But we will give them the meds. We maybe stockpiled a whole butt ton of meds last time we went on a trade run because of all of the sicknesses we were getting. Also, it seems when you have lots and lots of meds, they tend to give you those quests a lot more. All right, we want to put in Ludell as well. We have been cycling through the vamps to try and rip as much of their genes as we possibly can. Anyway, enough of that. We've done... Damn it! Another quest? I feel like there's a lot of them showing up recently. Brigand encampment. Yeah. Hostile Neanderthals. Don't care. We're launching. We're getting out of here. Considering all our stuff, we're still at 13% chance to like have a crash on landing. I really want to get my hands on that. There's some sort of persona core you can get that will make you able to handle the landings a lot easier. And why is it not launching? Oh my god, it's waiting for the... I didn't want the alpaca. I had a go away written on the alpaca specifically because I didn't... It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we auto-tamed an alpaca at some point. I don't know why. Oh, quick recap. These spaceship stations, not worth it. These destroyed spaceship stations, definitely not worth it. These things, always worth it. Anything that's got a mech core, yeah, it's free power. Actually, that almost looks like the perfect landing spot. We might pull back just a scooch. We also have a crashed shuttle here, which we can dismantle for an engine if we need to build a third shuttle. I think we already have one of those in storage somewhere, though I could be wrong. And we need to figure out what this quest was about. Oh, yeah, this is an abandoned station. All it's going to have on it is mines, those annoying little drones that can stun you, and finally some of those security bots. And I think Sister Vex just needs a meal and he can head out the door. Oh, and the alpaca problem is taking care of itself. And this is just a case of opening all the doors, figuring out where exactly the core is, and then ripping the core out and leaving. Oh, there we go. Security bot. One down. We'll hack both of those terminals and open the advanced components box. Oh, there's another bot. Yeah, these things are pretty handy from what I recall. I'm just going to zip through these real quick because honestly, this is not a test for Sister Vex. This is just going to be smash, smash, and smash some more. If they end up with more than a few points of damage, I would be shocked. Ooh, yeah. So we get one of the big crates on this. I didn't remember that. They are the best. Of all the crates you can get, these are the best ones. So, should I open it? I kind of have to open it now. I should wait until we've cleared the area more, but I need to know. Fuel optimizer. We actually already have 2, but you know what? I appreciate that the game wanted to give us more of them. That gives us a spare we can chuck down in the man cave, just in case anything goes wrong on the ship or anything gets destroyed in a drop pod raid or something like that. Those fuel optimizers are absolutely essential, in my opinion. Okay, what the hell? Was someone just in that drop pod? Hello, Tomboy? Right, at least you've got vacuum equipment. Careful shooter, ugh, steadfast, well that's not terrible, but slothful? A slothful careful shooter? I mean, you're not even unpaid intern material. Well, after destroying this, we got a bunch of grav panels and all the junk we need to make another grav core. And also expand out the ship, which we still haven't got around to yet, but we will. We're just waiting. There's some things that need doing. Oh, and before you go in, maybe open that. I think this is the last area that might have anything. And it's another malfunctioning transport pod. Well, let's see. Hopefully there's no people in it. Berries. I mean, suppose we could use the berries for something. We stripped out anything we cared about, but we're not even scrapping up the corpses anymore. There's no point scrapping up the sentry drones for steel. There is a bunch of crypto sleep caskets here. There's like, what, 4 of them? We don't care. Like, anything in it is not worth grabbing. At the same time, this guy Tomboy is still wandering around. We could probably wait till he collapses and then rescue him, but we don't want him. Yeah, the combination of careful shooter and slothful is just, unpleasant. So instead, we're just gonna leave. Actually, in 2 hours, we're gonna leave. And let's go. Plan here, very simple. Having a look at the planet, there is this mercenary quest over here. It has a legendary weapon with traits on it. We want it, whatever it is. We don't know what it is, but we know it's legendary. And it's unique. Our landing plan, very simple. Land over here, get far enough away, trigger them, they come out, we shoot them. Long range, we'll have lots of bullets, there's not going to be a lot of cover, should be a fairly easy slaughter. Then we grab whatever the unique weapon is. What we do have to look out for, though, is low shields. That's the only thing that can scupper our plans. A quick knock on the door reveals not a lot. You know what? We'll just have to send in Vex. Vex, go have a little scout there. Oh, what's that? Oop. And I've got someone coming. And that does not look like a... I hope it's not a pistol, is it? No, we're grand. We are looking for Ram. Ram has the legendary weapon. So this one can just be killed. Marjot. No, we're good. There's Ram. All right, Ram, what do you got? A high grip full sill? You are a legendary assault rifle with tactical sights. Increases accuracy at medium and long range. I like it. Custom grip. Improves accuracy at short range. Okay, so its accuracy is improved by 10% at close and short range and by 20% at medium and long range. That's good, but not amazing. For example, aim assistance here is a trait you can get. That gives a plus 20% to all of the ranges. So we're kind of getting a light version of aim assist, just in 2 different parts. But hey, doesn't make a difference. Now, normally these guys... weird. I have a strange feeling that all of these normally carried low shields for some reason, but not seeing any just here. In that case, all of you guys can come outside and face the firing line. Oh, I forgot to turn on the shield. I'll have to send someone back to turn it on. Who's got the shortest range weaponry? Now, Kenneth, just go activate that shield if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I kind of figured that would kill him super quick. Where are the rest of you? Come on! Whoa! Yep, there they are. And you got low shields? Actually, I should really be testing to see if any of these have genes we want as well. Okay, Lato is the big issue. Lato has a low shield. In fact, I think we might just nick Lato's low shield. And then we'll just skip Lato again. Perfect. And then everyone can just stand inside Lato's low shield. No more low shields visible. No one we really care about in terms of traits. Oh, wow. They have a lot of long-range weaponry, don't they? You can't hit us. Oh, you guys can shoot the... Yep, 1 second. We'll pull back just a little bit. And now they have to cross open space. In which case, Gagarin, marksmanship command. Let's show them what it's like to face unlimited firepower. And then we can have Sister Vex come forward and skip them to a more appropriate attack range. Oh, but that's not a good place to stand. And can... Oh my god, no one can shoot the last one? Fine, fine, fine. And I think we are done. Perfect. Ooh, they were keeping some chem fuel stockpiles. Well, that just paid for the entire journey here, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Also, one of their colonists looks to have drug overdosed. There's always one, isn't there? Well, they're good at cooking in plants, but we're just gonna strip them down. And it's raid time. A group of Neanderthals from the League of whoever. Oh yeah, that whole weird thing with all the numbers, that's basically a raid breakdown from the mod we installed. Raid points calculator, whatever it is. You can see down the bottom there. Actually, let's just bring this up. This adds up the cost of all of your pawns, how much they're worth according to the game. You'll notice that the lifter is not worth very much, and ruler of the Huns is not worth very much. That's why zombies or ghouls are just so valuable. You can have like an army of 10 ghouls, and they can just tank so much, and yet they cost so little in wealth. But it adds up all of this, plus it adds up all the price of your buildings divided by 2, and then it takes all of that and adds them together, and it gives you this number. And then it takes that number and multiplies it by the adaptation factor, as in how long you've been playing the game, based on a bunch of criteria, but basically how long you've been playing. And then it multiplies it by the threat scale, which at the moment is 220. When you play on max difficulty, it's just 220, but you can crank that threat scale up to 5 by setting it to 500% threat scale. At this point, though, we're hitting the 10,000 point raid cap. You'll see here we're at 11,000 points. Force maximum of 10,000. It can never go above that amount. And then there's a multiplier here added at the end. Now this is to do with the type of attack. So in this instance, what are we dealing with? Attacking immediately. So immediate attacks come with a multiplier that reduces the size of the attack because you have less time to prepare for it. If this is they will prepare for a while and then attack, it would have a larger multiplier. Now the thing is, these multipliers happen after all the points thing is applied. So what happens is this actually is reducing the size of the raid after the fact. The random factor is 0.85. That can go between 0.8, I think, and 0.14. So this can make the raid bigger or smaller. This is why breacher raids tend to be smaller. Raids that prepare tend to be larger. And raids that prepare and try to come in your front door tend to be absolutely enormous. Well, let's check them out. What do we got? 49. Oh my god. This is embarrassing. Let's just get everyone and go shoot them. Oh, I feel like I should point out here, the raid points are at 10,000, so it literally cannot go any higher. So even if we had this at 500% threat scale, it would make no difference. This raid would still be the exact same size as far as I'm aware. Kugarians still got their marksmanship command on for the next 16 hours. And all the people up front with breach hammers are about to come in range of death. 1 second, down a bit. There we go. And dead, and dead. This should cause them to mill about a bit. Eventually they'll get around to thinking about doing something, but we're just going to get in closer and start killing them. Alright, they've finally decided to make their move. Or have they? Oh god, no, they're still milling about. This is really bad. Do not mill about versus miniguns. That's just... oh, that's how you die. Like, I'm not even using side powers here because it seems like overkill. Hey, that guy there, he should probably get got. He looks like he's important. Like, when he dies, I bet he drops a bunch of stuff. Yep, should have known. You can always tell the chiefs by them wearing the armor. And, well, they probably were the chief. They're dead now. Damn it, we don't need that much chem fuel, do we? How much chem fuel we got? 1,700 and a bunch more in production. Maybe we can take a... actually... yeah, no, we're good. We don't need this much chem fuel. This is just way too much. External will be bequeathed the legendary assault rifle. And I believe that's it. That's the last colonist equipped with an actual unique weapon. I think we're golden. Okay, quest available. Contract prison? Yeah, I have a strange feeling this is not going to be great. You want me to keep 14 prisoners for 15 days? That's a lot. And they all have blood rot. And like, this is... yeah, no, I think we're good. We're just going to delete you. Bye! Okay, ready to launch again. We've got plenty of chem fuel. We cleared this place out. We got ourselves a gun. Do we need another gun? I mean, we don't. But I kind of want to check it out anyway. This is actually a really interesting landing spot. Like, look at this. You've got perfect defensive positioning. You've even got a steam geyser right beside you. Like, you could wall off this section and have a lovely base. And there's even this pre-made little facility to... like, this would be a wonderful starting map, wouldn't it? But it doesn't matter. We're just going to land in here, kill the guys, and then move on. We're waiting for Anita's answer to show up. We are looking for Noella, that possess a unique masterwork weapon. Well, let's go liberate it from them. Well, here they come. Let's turn on the shield. And get out front. Now, we just want to line it up so we have... we might actually pop a low shield for this. How many low shields have we got on hand? 15. I think we can afford a low shield for this combat. Alright. Noella. Ooh, minigun. Do like me miniguns. Hard punch juggernaut. What do you got? Masterwork minigun, high powered rounds, and lightweight. So aim time multiplier and then a damage, 30% damage multiplier? Armor penetration multiplier plus 15%, but 10% accuracy loss. So it's less accurate, but it hits for 30% more damage and has more armor pierce. That's not actually too bad. Yeah, it wasn't legendary. That would be... It just to give it more accuracy, which would help offset some of the negative factors. Oh, you're going to sneak through that way? No, you're not. We're going to bring everyone forward a bit. Yeah, there's no sneaking through there, buddy. Oh! I mean, they took a hell of a lot of a pounding before they went down. You got to give it to them. What kind of gear they got? Tainted marine armor. Marine armor got shredded the whole way through. Timbronia, we'll have you pop that shield in a second. Ooh, actually... Why bother? Sister Vex, come here. Give me a skip. And put him right... there. And excellent. They deployed the shield for us. This just makes them the bestest of friends. And then we'll just have Sister Vex and Ruler of the Huns come forward. They can draw fire. If anyone gets too close, we shred them. And they've got any other low shields? Oh, they definitely do. So, I think we'll have Sister Vex pop out for a second. Grab this one. Skip them over here. Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to have you come to this section. And then we're going to have Sister Vex beat you down around the corner where no one can see. And that way, once you're dead, we can strip you for the low shield. Guys, do... forward a little bit. And, yeah, just the sheer quantity of bullets. It doesn't matter if they've got cover. You use enough bullets, even the cover disappears. Like, that's actual sandbags that are getting destroyed by the sheer quantity of bullets. It's amazing. And finally, the high mech tech has come through. Which means all we gotta do is get ultra mech tech, and we'll be able to max out on the mechinator front. You guys want to attack? Hey, I opened the doors. Come on over here. Alright, area clear, but these 3 crates are the most important ones. Oh, damn it. This is a military base, and as such, all of these will only contain mortar shells. Slightly frustrating. Never mind. We'll send Vex home, and we'll strip out the rest of it, but we're going to get plenty of chem fuel from the corpses, and yeah, we'll just fly on to the next section. But I'm thinking, where's the next quest? We're going to do one quick Chronophase ritual before we leave. Namely because, well, we want to try to age everyone to just below 40. This is for Uberkitten. Everyone else is 39 or younger. This should take Uberkitten into ultra low age. Oh, and I forgot to do the ultra mech tech start. 1 second. What was that building we needed? Was it mech band dish or mech band antenna? I think it's a dish. And Chronophase ritual is complete. Is it lava? How much brain damage do you get? 6. Yeah, okay, so the older they get, the more brain damage it does. What? Your brain just went up 1 point? How much healing are you doing? 3.8? Like, their brains heal incredibly quickly. That makes it so much faster. Huh. Okay, so that damage isn't counted as a scar, and their brain just heals right up. Interesting. What the... When did the thrombos show up? Okay, I did not notice that. Let's just go grab those real quick. Alright, we've done a retirement of one of our weapons. The Burn Gun of Laughter. While this is a Masterwork rifle, the problem is it only has heavy rounds, so it does 10% more damage, and really the big draw of it is the stopping power, which staggers units. It's not really a big deal, so this is not a problem. In fact, I think we might target having everyone equipped with a legendary weapon even, or close on. At this point, it's getting to the point where everyone's got a Masterwork or legendary that's all unique. So this is actually fairly straightforward. Whoa, 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 guys. Don't let them get too far away. We want to trigger them. Except for Sister Vex, you're going to come out front here. And we're going to get you to do a vertigo pulse on them. Oh. See, when they're vertigo pulsed, it makes it really hard for them to actually close distance with us. And makes them much easier to gun down rather quickly. Easy peasy. We are going to get Timbronia to summon the Apocriton. Crapathon, whatever. I don't care. I can never pronounce the names of those damn things. Yeah, we're going to summon the next level of threat. This should get us up to the final level of mech tech. And it'll be along shortly. And we've actually got a perfect location to fight it in. It's only got one way to come at us, unless it lands behind us. No, please don't land behind us. Also, we're going to accept a strange signal so that the monolith shows up. And once the monolith shows up, we might do a void provocation just to see if we can't start a little trouble. I'd like to see what the next level of the void is. Though, We do have another quest that's shown up. An orbital cache. Orbital caches, as far as I'm aware, they're the ones that contain more guns. So we're probably going to go there. The monolith has arrived. Cool. And the Apocriton has arrived. Right beside the monolith. You're going to blah, 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 blah. Prepare for a while before attacking. No problems. Oh, God, that's sad. Yeah, we really left this a long time before we got into it. Once we've knocked this out, though, we can knock out the final piece of tech, and then we can just start building up a, well, the mech side of this building. Oh, here they come. Well, I suppose we should just line up around a corner and do what we always do. They were coming down here, then they just suddenly changed direction. Oh. Yeah, we turned that turret at some point, so... cool. You've just weakened yourselves for no reason. Thank you. In that case, Sister Vex, yeah, get over here. You can go there. And we'll just bunch you all up around the corner. This should be fairly straightforward. Kugarian, I'm not even going to bother activating the marksmanship command. I don't think they have anything that can really do any serious damage. Well, famous last words and all, but I really don't think they have much hope. Now, this thing has resurrection charges that it can use to keep bringing the dead back to life. However, if the dead immediately get themselves slaughtered to bits, and I think they can teleport. So if they get damaged, they start teleporting. No, they're not. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, just die. And done. And finished? So, expendable got clipped? Oh, crack from the toxic needle. I think did some decent damage. Huh. And Sister Vex got a Scyther Blade hit. Yeah, I mean, we probably should have taken this on a long time ago, but we were busy doing all the other quests. I mean, it's not like we've been sitting around doing nothing. It was just, there was so much other stuff to do. This should be the final tech, which will unlock Ultra Mech Tech. And... Bing! Excellent. And now we can just summon stuff to kill for, well, more resources. We're going to need a bunch of those chips anyway to build some of the bots we want. Location, location, location. We're going to provoke the void. We actually have a mission we could be doing now to get another weapon, but I mean, this is probably the best place we could get to do a provocation. It's also why we did a bunch of the robot stuff here. Why not? We've got like one direction they can come from. Nice defensible location. Void provocation complete. Now, let's see if anything shows up on our doorstep. Something from below. A small circle of terrain has begun to shift and crack apart. Something is digging upwards towards the surface. Rhythmic pulsations shake the ground. So, two potential options from this, I think. One is sinkhole, as in a hole where all the monsters come out of, or two, Fleshmass heart, I think. I think that comes up from the ground as well. We should probably wall in this section and get everyone there. How much time do we have before this breaks loose? Is there any way to tell? Emergence, 1 hour. All right, time to start moving. Everyone up and about. Let's get going. I'm going to need every single one of you over there as quick as possible. If it's a thing that comes out of the ground, we can just back off to a choke point. If it's the flesh mass, we're going to need to jump on that and seal it in, because those things are a pain in the butt if you let them grow. Yeah, okay, flesh mass heart. All right, good. We got everyone here. How do we seal this in quickly and efficiently? Ooh, actually, we should have brought some resources with us to build walls. We did not do that. No. We can... There's things we can do. Graves. Yes, graves used to work. I think to start, we're just going to shoot everything that pops out as quick as we can. Yeah, keep going. And we need to get our hands on the nerve bundle. We need to get 3 nerve bundles. Oh, God. Sister Vex. Could you do us a favor there? I really need to get that one. You'll get... Whoop. And Ruler of the Hun's going to appear as well. We need the 2 of you up here taking care of business. Ooh. Alright. That's good, but we're going to need to get a builder on top of that. Timbronia? Yeah, I'm afraid your work is cut out for you for a while. This is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a long command. Timbronia is going to start on the building. The rest of the crew are going to start on the flesh mass and start slowing it down. We need to shoot the bejesus out of it. Now, this will cause responses, aggressive responses. Yeah, and there's also a bunch of angry... Ooh. Damn it. Get that one, get that one, get that one. Stop. Don't let them attack. Oh, God, that's too much. Okay. Maybe we're a little bit too close. Maybe we need to step back a tad. Just a tad of tads. We'll leave the melee people forward a bit. And then we'll just skip a little bit out of there. Yeah, there, that's better. Seriously, this is... I'd forgotten how annoying this was. They just keep coming and they wear you down. You, give me shots on that one, please. Kugarian, give me the marksmanship command. We need everyone firing at full capacity. Okay. Kugarian, give me your minigun on this. I want you to just, like, start chewing through this thing at speed. And kill that if you wouldn't mind. Where did Timbronia go? What? You're starting the... fine. It's fine. Nice, finally. We got the flesh sample. Perfect. Sister Vex, get in there and analyze that lump. We could pull it out, but you know what? You got it. Come on, go on. Time to get out of there. Okay, that's 2. That's 1, sorry. That's 1 flesh mass lump. At some point, this thing has to stop growing, and it needs a time to recover. And a bunch of them are caught back here. That's excellent. So... Timbronia is going to work all the way along here, and then we're going to have to seal it off. Oh, wow. How do you grow that fast? Stop that. Hold. Nah, yeah, you're not getting through there, buddy. Yeah, we knew there'd be a flesh mass response. Actually, what am I doing? Deploy turrets. Yes, this is a perfect time to deploy turrets. Dear God. Flesh mass response again. Yeah, I keep forgetting just how much of an annoyance these things are. And we've only got 1 of the nerve clusters. We have to stay here until we've gotten 3. But what we've done here is we've put in steel barricades and we have put in graves. What that should mean is... Well, we still haven't finished this off. When we finish this off, that means they cannot expand outside of this area. Graves, they cannot pass over graves. Actually, I should double check that. I haven't checked recently. And they shouldn't be able to pass over barricades. So as long as these are here, this thing can grow as much as it wants, but it'll be trapped inside this area, meaning we can hang back and just, like, riddle it full of bullets and get to where we want. We're close enough in that we can dig in, and we can take breaks as we want to, well... rebuild our forces. This is actually being really a drain on everyone's, like, looking pretty rough. Everyone needs food, they need a break, they need snacks, all of that. And I think that's enough. Right, we'll pull back. At some point, this thing has to stop growing. It, like, needs to pause to rebuild biomatter or something. Doesn't matter. Everyone come home. Couple of very high-risk people coming back there. 2 major break risks, potentially. It's okay. Okay, see, yep. Oh my God, they're already... How did you get that far? Did they change these things? Okay, yeah, we're going to need to get the construction on here complete really quickly, or we're going to have to go up and shoot it. That's just really annoying. Look at the speed of that thing. Okay, collecting biomass for next growth spurt. That means we can sever it here and hopefully finish this off real quick. I just don't want to be dealing with this if at all possible. And give me a security thing and give us some steel barricades from there to there. You can't put graves on stone. And we do have to delete some stuff here. If I was thinking, I probably would have went up another layer, but yeah. We were in a rush at the time. We are now successfully walled in, and enemies are walled out. Anyone walking in from the edge of the map, well, their only way in is through this flesh mass right now, and it should continue to expand. We've only got 1 analysis of it. It makes nerve clusters, and you have to analyze them. And we've only seen 1 so far, but another one will spawn, and then we'll have to go in and dig it out. But this is actually an excellent opportunity. There's several things we can do here. 1... we can farm these for tough spikes, and then we can turn them into nuggets, and then we can send the nuggets back to this base here. So we could fill this up with 20, 30 nuggets and really get into bioferrite generators. Fleshmass is growing a new nerve bundle. Ooh, that's a little bit of an awkward location. But yeah, we'll basically have to blast our way in here and get it. This is very doable. We might put a bunch of turrets to help us out. Ooh. You know what? No. I'm way over time, like miles. All right. There is one thing I would like to try before we go that I always thought would be a good idea. One, you can't mortar nerve bundles. Oh, wait, let me rephrase. You can mortar nerve bundles, but it'll probably destroy the resulting tissue you're trying to get access to. What you're going to do is, say, mortar near a nerve bundle, like, say here is fine. And then hopefully you don't miss by too much. And someone want to fire? There we go. You can see that orange blob heading this direction. And then the moment it hits, don't hit the nerve bundle. Oh, perfect. That is actually an excellent location to hit. Then what we do, we drop pod in Sister Vex. Right there, if you wouldn't mind. Is it trying to grow back? Come on, come on. Perfect. Now, attack that nerve bundle. This way we don't have to shoot our way through a whole bunch of stuff. We're able to quickly analyze the nerve bundle. 1 second. And done. That's 2 of 3. Now, there's 2 ways to get out of here. One, we could just do a fire skip. So we can fire skip to this location and it'll skip us to a random ally who's, on the other side. 2, we could just try bashing our way out. We might get a Fleshmass response, though, but this actually saves us a bunch of side focus. There's no other real way to get out of here as far as I'm aware. It's just those 2 options. Here's the jump thing, but I don't think you can jump over the walls. Yeah, you can't jump. We can jump only in areas that have been cleared, so you can only jump in a straight line. Ah, well, we'll just smash our way out, and hopefully we don't get a Fleshmass response. If we do, worst case... Oh! Mortar. I saw that. I'm going to set you to hold fire. That's my bad. I should have been paying more attention. And freedom. And that's it. Oh, you doing? Wandering? Okay, pretty hardcore. But yeah, we've a nerve bundle spawns, we mortar near it, drop Sister Vex, analyze the nerve bundle, and then after a while, like when we want to stop the Fleshmass, mortar near it, land in, and you can actually disable it. Yeah, we had some ducks that self-tamed on this map. The one that's covered in toxic fallout and all sorts of nastiness. Toxic spewer, permanent summer, horrible map. They're just dying. Hey, way over time, but plans have changed. For the next episode, we are going to farm the bejesus out of this Fleshmass heart. We're going to trigger it a bunch. We're going to harvest a whole bunch of tough spikes. We're going to nuggetize them, and we're going to fire them back over here. And we're going to be able to just generate so much bioferrite that we can run several generators, and then we can use those generators to run band nodes. And band nodes allow us to run more mechs, and then our mechinator can run more mechs on top of that. So we should be able to just run a giant mech army, run off the nuggetized versions of tough spikes. We'll be effectively converting tough spike prisoners into mechs that we can, use to hurt stuff. I like that idea. So we would probably have to farm about 30 or 40 tough spikes. Shouldn't be too hard. Shouldn't be. Anyway, so far, we got all the weapons. We've got pretty much every weapon we need. We're still short on the relic weapons, but those quests just have not been spawning, unfortunately. But we'll still keep an eye out for those, and we should be able to hopefully do those by just sending out small teams while we stay here and farm this horrifically. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck.